My name is Demetrius Andrade from Providence, Rhode Island. I am Cape Verdean nationality, and just tall, black, and handsome. Started boxing at around. I was in the gym around 4 or 5 years old. I had my first fight when I was 6. A gym in Providence, Rhode Island, where I grew up. My dad was in the gym. He was training other professional fighters, local fighters, and also my older brother. We're like 4 years apart. So I was in the gym, and I was acting like a wrestler, Jake the Snake. Them type of guy, Ric Flair, just jumping on top of the ropes and stuff like that. And as time went on, by the time I hit 6 years old, I knew how to throw some punches. And my dad had a show, and he was like, "Get up in there!" And I got out there, fought, and I lost my first fight. And so that was, surprisingly, it woke me up. It was like I'm not going to lose anymore, and got in the gym and started taking, the lessons I was being taught in the gym seriously. And that's pretty much what it was for me. After school, went to the gym. Football season came around, played football, depending on the time of the practice. If we got out early, went to the boxing gym. So, my dad kept us active in sports. And when it came down to the choice, I choose boxing. I'm blessed that my dad was around, my mom's around. And, they kept us out the streets, even though we lived around it, we meddle and get involved with it. And, you learn these things as you go on, what's good and what's bad for you. And I realized, dealing with certain people and being in the streets wasn't a good thing because, them things can steer you the wrong way and you just end up in the wrong light. And there's nothing you can do to get back from it if you're in jail or 6 feet under or, become critically damaged through what that life brings. So at an early age, I realized, and what my dad was doing was keeping us away from that stuff, keeping us active, gave us something to look forward to, and that was, sports. And so I really never had no real dark times in my career boxing or in the streets because, we already was taught and we had a routine to stay away from that. And so it was, school, gym, school, football, school, something. Like, we didn't really have time for that stuff, even though after we got out of that stuff, we're able to go because as soon as you go outside, it's right there in front of you. But we already knew what came with the game, people getting hurt, dying, jail. It just wasn't for us. So I'm just happy that my dad and my mom did their job and kept us away from that and stood us and brainwashed us into being active in activities with sports.